We were invited by Guddi and her family to join in on a fabulous life experience of viewing a traditional Indian village wedding. Good morning.
We're going to a
wedding. We're going to a wedding.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm excited.
Where's the wedding?
I don't know.
You don't know the name?
Hasanpur.
Hasanpur.
He says, Radhe, I ask you today, Hasanpur, 11 o'clock, okay, return maybe what time, Radhe?
Step number 1, Red Bull. Step 2, find some kind of clothing that doesn't make you look like a dirtbag foreigner. Even though that's typically how I am dressed in India. It's always great to bring a friendly and trustworthy guide along with you to these weddings, as you will eventually quickly become the town celebrity in places such as these in rural India. Radhe Radhe. So off to Hasanpur we go. Cross the sacred Yamuna River, which connects to other villages and beautiful natural landscapes and farmlands. We pass through the most peaceful, quaint villages along the way, which reminds me of how diverse the population of India actually is. Each person living in their own experience of consciousness, rooted in the ancient traditions of Sanatana Dharma, now classified as Hinduism. See, this is We arrived in Hasanpur to a beautiful rural area of vast farmland, away from the chaos you may typically find in India. Some of the locals have never left this area, which has instilled a sense of pride in their local community. This is where the marriage ceremony would be held, and this happens to be Guddi's home village. Beautiful farmland. We entered the serene compound, which led through a neighbor's property and into the actual village itself. And he's like, I want to live here. It was amazing how well kept clean these compounds were. Oh my goodness. I want to live something like this in the United States.
Oh, a compound like this?
A compound like this. And then you get all your friends.
You can have everybody around here.
Yeah. We made our way through the charming compound and into the gorgeous small gullies and roads that make up the design of Hasanpur. This eventually led us to the celebrations, which had already begun. Oh my God. They begin the celebrations through an act of seva, or service to the community, by providing prasadam, blessed food, to all who wish to partake in the village. The men usually relax with the men and the women with the women. The children run around playing and having their own party. So I spent most of my time in the back courtyard with the women. I felt a bit out of place with the men, as they seemed to be in a state of shock that I was even there. And oh boy, they love to show their newborn babies.
Okay. Baby.
Hey!
Hi, baby!
Hey! Next minute, Shavasana.
Shavasana.
Food coma. In India, the children can sleep through anything. They can be a motorcycle, a Harley going through a room, and this is how they'll stay. Hey! Hi! We eventually began eating prasadam after the village had been fed. We had puris, a delicious Indian bread, and some sort of spicy curry to accompany it. Now for the real wedding food. This food was prepared just for the actual families who were joining in the marriage. Afterwards is when part of the ceremony began. Most of the community was involved and involved many rituals. This is not the actual marriage ceremony. This would occur 3 days later. Weddings in the Hindu tradition tend to last 3 to 5 days. So, prepare for a big event if you plan on staying. At this point in the ceremony, the wife's family offers gifts to the new groom, and this is in order for them to be able to start their new life together and hopefully have many babies. Time viewing the opening ceremony and highly recommend everyone to experience these types of cultural learning experiences. Thanks for watching. Radhe Radhe Hari Bol. Please subscribe, hit that like button. Thanks a lot, guys. It's one of the more beautiful rural landscapes you can find that has been relatively untouched. And we made it home in Vrindavan.